It looks like this. So what happens in symmetrical? What happens in the case of symmetrical molecular fundamental vibration? The distance is increased or this atom is stretched above, far away from the central atom, and this particular atom will stretch far away from this atom, and both these atoms are going away from central atom in same direction. So this is known as stretching vibration. And as I have told you that the stretching vibration required more energy than bending vibration, because we have to give energy for taking atoms away from central atom. So this is known as stretching vibration, and this is symmetrical stretching vibration because the both atoms are going away from central atom in same direction. And what happens in asymmetrical? In asymmetrical stretching vibration, in asymmetrical vibration, one atom will go away from central atom and other atom will come towards central atom. So that is why it is known as asymmetrical. As name suggests, symmetrical and asymmetrical molecular vibration. Symmetrical means to same direction and asymmetrical means in different direction. So when atoms are moves away from central atom in same direction, both atoms move away in same direction. So this is known as symmetrical stretching molecular vibration. In asymmetrical vibration, the two atoms will do not go into same direction, but one go away from central atom and other one come towards central atom, and that is why these directions are different, and these types of stretching vibration are known as asymmetrical stretching vibration. Now in case of bending vibration, the energy required for bending vibration is less. Although the energy required for bending vibration is less, because only the energy required to bend the atom from its axis. So bending vibration can be categorized into four major categories. Number one is known as scissoring, number two is known as rocking, number three is known as wagging, and number four is known as twisting. Like stretching vibration, bending vibration are also of four types: scissoring, rocking, wagging, and twisting. Let us discuss each by one in detail. Now what happens in scissoring vibration? This scissoring comes from word scissor, like scissor which we use in our house for cutting papers or cloth. So this is a central atom and these are the two different atoms, and if the atom moves towards one another or go away from one another, so this type of movement is known as scissoring. This can be explained easily. This is our central atom. This is our central atom, and these are the two attachment of atoms. Now what happens in scissoring? It just like move like scissor. These two atoms will come together, or they go away from each other. So just like scissor, it come together and go away. So this type of molecular vibration is scissoring molecular vibration. In rocking molecular vibration, in case of scissoring, both move in opposite direction. That is, this moving downwards and this moving upwards. This going outside and this going outside. In case of rocking vibration, the rocking vibration, bending vibration, they move in the same direction. For example, both are moving in same plane. They are moving the same plane like this, or they are moving the same plane like this. So this is known as rocking vibration. So in case of rocking vibration, both the atoms will move either on the same sides or from the away from the central atom, same side. So bending occurs. So what happens in wagging? If suppose that this is a plane, and in wagging this is a plane. Now in wagging, both atoms are coming towards you, or both atoms are going either both atoms are coming towards you or both are going away from you. So if this is a plane, or it can be understood like that, if this is a plane and these are the two atoms, so these atoms are coming out of the plane or they are coming into the plane. So और अगर अपन ऐसा समझना चाहे in wagging, अगर वो प्लेन में है तो वो दोनों एटम आपकी तरफ आएंगे या आपसे दूर की तरफ जाएंगे. तो इस टाइप के वाइब्रेशन को वैगिंग मॉलिक्यूलर वाइब्रेशन बोलते हैं और ये बेंडिंग वाइब्रेशन में आता है। सिजलिंग एंड रॉकिंग में प्लेन्स का इसलिए रोल नहीं होता है क्योंकि ये अलग टाइप का वाइब्रेशन होता है। ये वैगिंग और ट्विस्टिंग में प्लेन का रेफरेंस आता है बिकॉज वैगिंग जो होता है प्लेन के ऊपर या नीचे एटम्स का मूवमेंट शो करता है। या तो दोनों मूवमेंट प्लेन के ऊपर जाएंगे या दोनों मूवमेंट प्लेन के नीचे जाएंगे। ठीक है, इसको हम ऐसे भी समझ सकते हैं कि ये हमारा मॉलिक्यूल है और ये हमारा अगर प्लेन है, ये हमारा प्लेन है, ये हमारा रेफरेंस है, इसको अपन प्लेन मान लेते हैं। तो ये दोनों बेंडिंग वाइब्रेशन में इस तरह से बेंड होंगे ऊपर की तरफ, या ये दोनों प्लेन के नीचे की तरफ जाएंगे, ये दोनों प्लेन की नीचे की तरफ जाएंगे। ये इस तरह से प्लेन के नीचे जाएंगे, ये तो प्लेन के नीचे जाएंगे या दोनों प्लेन के ऊपर की तरफ जाएंगे। या अगर आप अगर खड़े हैं तो या तो दोनों आपकी तरफ आएंगे या दोनों आपसे दूर की तरफ जाएंगे, इसको वैगिंग बोलते हैं। एंड ट्विस्टिंग इज अपोजिट, अगर ये प्लेन में है तो एक प्लेन के ऊपर करेगा और एक प्लेन के नीचे, तो या दूसरा प्लेन के ऊपर करेगा और ये नीचे करेगा, तो इसलिए इसको ट्विस्टिंग बोलते हैं। ट्विस्टिंग का मतलब ट्विस्ट करना। तो इफ टू एटम्स आर प्रेजेंट इन प्लेन देन वन एटम विल गो अबव द प्लेन, अनदर विल गो बिलो द प्लेन, and in this one go above the plane and this one go below the plane. And in twisting and wagging the major difference is that in case of wagging both atoms go above or below the plane, and in twisting one go above or one go below the plane. In sizzling both come together or both go out of the far away from each other. In rocking both go into one direction. So in stretching and bending vibration, these are the two types of stretching and bending vibration. So till now we have studied about what are infrared spectroscopy. It is known as vibrational spectroscopy because vibration occurs at molecular level. Now let us come to the principal part of IR spectroscopy. In principal part of IR spectroscopy, it can be understood that when a light of IR range, that is near IR, mid IR or far IR, fall upon any sample, यदि सैंपल के ऊपर पड़ती है, so in the sample the molecular vibration occurs. Although IR have this different range, but only a particular wavelength, particular wavelength molecular resonance will occur. That wavelength will be equal to the wavelength of the bond of our organic compound. When the resonance occurs, so there will be a molecular vibration, and all other radiation other than that wavelength at which molecular resonance occurring, all other vibration go and transmitted as it is, and that will be detected by the detector. And in IR spectroscopy we draw graph between wave number and percentage transmittance, that is the amount of light which is transmitted by the sample, because very little amount of light is absorbed by the sample, and that light amount of radiation is utilized in vibrating the molecule or rotating the molecule, and that is why it is known as vibrational spectroscopy or rotational spectroscopy. And when light matches the light wavelength of the sample matches with the wavelength of light, the resonance will occur and there will be some stretching and bending vibration or molecular vibration occur, and that bending or stretching vibration will occur in the form of a graph, and that graph is plotted between the wave number and percent transmittance, and we will find such type of inverted graph in the detector. So detector will detect such type of graph, inverted graph. And why this is inverted graph? This is wave number and this is our percentage transmitted. Why the graph is inverted? Because we are not measuring the amount which is light absorbed, but we are measuring the light which is not absorbed but it is transmitted. And why we do two types of peak? One is for stretching and one for bending. So the principle of infrared spectroscopy or vibrational spectroscopy or rotational spectroscopy or IR spectroscopy is very simple. When light IR radiation fall on the sample absorb particular wavelength of IR radiation and utilize that wavelength for their molecular vibration or fundamental vibration, and that vibration occurs will give the stretching and bending peaks which occur in the form of graph, which is plotted between wave number and transmittance, amount of light which is transmitted. All amount of light which is fall on the sample is transmitted as such to the detector, except the amount at which the resonance occurs, molecular resonance occurs, and vibration occurs. So the molecular vibration are stretching vibration, which are two types, symmetrical and asymmetrical, and bending vibration, which are 4 types, that is sizzling, rocking, wagging, and twisting. And we have also studied what are the various IR ranges. IR range, that is near IR range, mid IR range, and far IR range. So now in this lecture we have discussed about IR spectroscopy. In next lecture we will discuss more about IR spectroscopy and instrumentation. Thank you.